How do you see the future in terms of surplus?
Well, surplus is going to be available very soon to first world countries, and then second and third, and to everybody. It'll be as quickly as electricity spread to the world. There's no reason why it shouldn't. With AI, with artificial intelligence, with energy, good ideas can just create plenty, and it can be generated in an ecological way, in a recyclable way. You could very soon have algorithms of robots that find dirt, plastic in the ocean, and clean up the ocean. They work 24 hours a day. They don't need to rest. Not in the evenings, and not on the Sabbath, or the new moons, or the festivals, or the jubilees. So obviously protocols have to be created for that. So in time of surplus, our needs will be met, and then we will need to find something else, and I'm saying that something else probably is the imagination.
Imagination? Why?
The imagination is the frontier, the next frontier of humanity. I won't be so presumptuous to say it is the final frontier, but certainly the imagination, some say consciousness, is and positive consciousness. It's such a big question. I don't know if I'm going to be competent to address it. Johan?
How about charity or benevolence?
These are instruments. These are that humans developed, these nuances of behaviour, which through experience and through trial and error seem to prove were good. It reminds me of these tests, these brain behaviour tests that if you are in an angry disposition and you imagine that it's a little doggy and you're patting a dog and saying cute little thing, it changes your responses to something, and therefore a lot of outcomes that could come from anger as opposed to sympathy. So they're almost like coordinates of behaviour which have been changed and have been coordinated by laws, or by cultures, or by nuance, or by traditions, by copying. There's many different ways that these have happened.
And on the other hand, literalism, dogma.
So then you have other sides, which like we call now, or to be dogmatic, or to be literal, or to be there's also some negative context from enlightened people who like to be interpretive. They look at dogmatism as something which is not. But there's obviously something important about dogmatism, about sticking and to being determined. At some stage, I think that the cycle of things is that there's no one's dogmatic forever. There are generations which are less and more. I think that there's motion, and the motion has a style, I think, best described like this.
And symbolism, abstraction.
Symbolism and abstraction. I mean, it's an incredible idea of, again, intellectual instrument, because to create abstraction is one of the layers which was required with language, and the alphabetical language, as the alphabetical language parted from the pictogrammic languages, because pictograms, they're drawings of events which occur, whilst the alphabet has nothing to do with the occurrence. It is a phonetic rendition of another word which means something else, and then brought down and recorded in another structure the Hebrew or Proto-Canaanite with a 22 or 26 letters, which are notes which tell the mouth how to move, and which is constructed by names, and then later on systems of conjugation and other structures. So go on.
And in this context, memory.
Right, so the structure of how things are put were determined, like they were made to beat, or they were in the way they were structured, which lent themselves to memory, and also to teaching, also to writing, and also to repetition. The very idea that one should remember knowledge and pass it down and create methods of memory, transgenerational memory, is basically the structures, the links that we have with all the knowledge from one generation to another generation. That's a fiber, it's a structure. It's a series of coordinates, really, numbers, which can be